Hello guys, good evening. Today I'm again back with the recalling of another poetry of W.B. Yeats, that is the Second Coming. Second Coming was written in the year of 1919, exactly after the First World War. Okay. Now, what is there in the Second Coming? Here, the poet used several Christian imageries of the apocalypse, regarding apocalypse, and he mentioned about the second coming of the Jesus Christ after his ascension to the heaven, before 2000 years ago. That means it's a coming back of the Jesus Christ from heaven in order to save humanity from any evil deeds. Okay. So this poem is about the second coming, is about the second coming of the Jesus Christ. Now what do you mean by apocalypse? Apocalypse is nothing but the great disclosure, but the disclosure or the revelation of the great knowledge. In any spiritual or religious or occult concept, in any spiritual or religious or occult concept, it is the great revelation that one day our world would get destroyed. It is the revelation of the heavenly secret. It is a revelation of the heavenly secret which goes as far as the revelation of the earthly realities. That means our earth would get destroyed one day, will get destroyed one day. And again, after destruction, another new rebirth will get replaced in place of it, will replace it. Okay. So in every religion, I think in every religion, Hindu religion also, there is a mention of the apocalypse, and in Christian religion also there is a mention of apocalypse. Okay. Now we come to the point. So it is the mentioning of the second coming of the Jesus Christ. Okay. Now I am going stanza by stanza. I am going to summarize the stanza by stanza of the second coming poem. Turning and turning in the widening gyre, the falcon cannot hear the falconer. Means turning and turning in a widening gyre. Gyre means falcon. Falcon is a one type of seabird which is turning of the sky in a spiral mood, and the falcon cannot hear the falconer, which is swirling around the falconer, up around his head in the sky, and cannot listen to him, and do not listen to him, to his words, pay heed to his words. Okay. Things fall apart, the center cannot hold. Mere anarchy is loosed upon the world, means the complete destruction. The poet is talking about the complete destruction. Things fall apart means the things goes away, and the complete anarchy. Anarchy means there is mentioning of the lawlessness all over the world is there. That means poet mentioning about the First World War. Okay. Means everything is getting destroyed by the war, for the war, and meaning mere anarchy. Things fall apart, the center cannot hold. There is no systematic way of life. The blood deemed tide is loosed, and everywhere the ceremony of innocence is drowned. The blood deemed tide is loosed means the tide of waves, just like the tide of waves, the blood deemed tide is loosed, means for the war, There are several deaths can be seen over the all over here. Okay, on the battlefield and here and there. The blood dim tide is loosed. The blood, just like the waves, just like the sea waves. The tidal waves are like the are in blood color, are in red color, and everywhere the ceremony of innocence is drowned. And everywhere the ceremonies of innocence is drowned means there is no everyone does not pay any heed to the ear of to the mouth of innocence, means innocent people get lost. And the ceremony of innocence is drowned in the blood, in the bloody shades of the tidal waves, under the bloody shades of the tidal waves. The best lack all conviction, while the worst are full of passionate intensity. All the innocent people, all the real convictions are getting drowned under the bloody shades of anarchy, while the worst are full of passionate intensity. While the worst, while the all the bad things, all the bad intensities of and the bad motivations of the bad people are full of impassioned eagerness and with intensity, full of intensity. Now the first stanza is completed. The second stanza starts, surely some revelation is at hand. That means the first stanza depicts of the complete destruction of the world. That means it is a reference to the First World War. Okay. Now the second stanza is about it is the main stanza of the second coming. Surely some revelation is at hand. Surely the second coming is at hand. That means the poet is sure about that second coming, about the biblical book of Revelation, that is the second coming will come soon to save the humanity from any evil motivations. Surely the second coming is at hand. The second coming, the poet exclaims that yes, the second coming. Hardly are those words out when a vast image out of Spiritus Mundi. What is Spiritus Mundi? Spiritus Mundi means relates to the world, relates to the earth, and Spiritus means spirit. Spirit means muse, means the muse. That means hardly are those words out when a vast image out of Spiritus Mundi troubles my sight. Means the poet is talking about. That means after the inspiration which he got from the muse means from the Spiritus Mundi. Spiritus Mundi is actually a Latin word, a Latin term. Okay, that means the world spirit, the spirit of the world. That means the muse. Okay. Hardly are those words out when a vast image out of Spiritus Mundi troubles my sight. Means he can vision. He can see that out of Spiritus Mundi, out of the inspiration which he got from the muse, he can vision in somewhere in sands of the desert a shape with lion body and the head of a man. Somewhere in sands of the desert means he can see that somewhere in the sands of a complete desert land, a shape with lion body and the head of a man. Means the second coming is, what is the imagery of the second coming? What is the imagery of Jesus here? Means here he depicts the shape of a lion's body and the head of a man. A gaze blank and pitiless as the sun, which is seemed that he is as clear as the sun. Means a plain gaze. He is gazing a pitiless, just like pitiless means completely sharp, and he is just bursting out. He's just bursting out. Like the sun, like the sparkling rays of the sun. There is no sympathy in his face. It's moving its slow thighs, while all about it reel shadows of the indignant desert birds. He is slowly moving towards forward, and all about it, all around him, real shadows of the indignant desert birds. The desert birds, the disturbed desert birds are moving around, all about him, all surrounding him. The darkness drops again, but now I know that 20 centuries of stony sleep. Again, the darkness drops again, means the world is becoming totally dark, totally destroyed. And after the arrival of the second coming, but now I know that 20 centuries of stony sleep, 20 centuries means 2000 years, after the 2000 years of stony sleep, means so many destruction had been occurred to the earth. But now I know that 20 centuries of stony sleep were vexed to nightmare by a rocking cradle. Means the earth has got a rocking cradle, means it has been vexed. It has been vexed. It has been disturbed by so many wars, so many nightmares, so many nightmares means so many shocking and frightening dreams, as well as happenings, realities. Were wakes to nightmare by rocking cradle, means the earth has getting its almost to its full, to the brim of destruction. And but now I know that 20 centuries of stony sleep were vexed to nightmare by rocking cradle. And after the 20th centuries, these 20 centuries were vexed, were disturbed, were getting disturbed. Stony sleep were vexed to nightmare by rocking cradle. And what rough beast its hour come round at last, slouches towards Bethlehem to be born. That means after the 2000 years, after 20th centuries, when the world has been rocked by the so many wars, so many nightmares happenings, this time, after all these, finally a beast of lion's body and of a man's head, he can see, he can vision that that is a rough beast, its hour come round at last, means finally he has come to the earth, he has arrived to the earth, slouches towards Bethlehem to be born. That means he is moving tirelessly, he is moving tiringly to the Bethlehem, slowly to the Bethlehem, to be reborn, to get reborn, to be born again. Means asking, he is asking, the poet is asking that and what rough beast it is. He doesn't know anything about it. He is asking, that's why, what rough beast it is. What beast is this type of a lion's body and a man's head, that its hour come round at last, and he is moving slowly towards the Bethlehem to get reborn again. So so this is the second coming. This is the second stanza summary. This is a summary of the second stanza, and I have tried my best, and if you like my video, then please share and subscribe. Thank you. Bye all of you. Love you all.